Today guys, Trending Funko Pop news is back and we have 5 Funko Pops going up in value. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Trending Funko Pop video. So just to let you guys know, we actually recently did 2 of these style videos. The other week I did an uptrend video, and just the other day I actually did a downtrend video talking about a couple anime pop grails that were down. Of course, as always, if you guys want to see these videos more often, make sure to leave a comment down below of a Funko Pop you've noticed going up or down. Now, before we go and get started, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, what is a character in a particular piece of media, anime, or whatever show that you felt was treated too harshly? Let me know in the comments below. So I want to go ahead and start this off with a recent San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and that is Malice here. This is a 1,500 piece exclusive, again, recently over at SDCC. Estimated value around $160. You can kind of see it started around the $200 to $220 range when it did actually release. Recent sales, $145, $135, $150, and $138, and then current listings did actually range around $140 to $150 mostly. There were a couple higher ones, so I will say that $160 range is actually not far off, but probably more around a $140, $150 pop. Now though, it is very fair to say that this is still a pretty fresh exclusive. We're about a month out from SDCC when it took place, roughly 3 weeks currently, but I wanted to wait at least a few weeks to talk about some of these and put them in trending videos, only because they were so fresh. Obviously, values are going to fluctuate a lot with Comic-Con stickers and limited edition exclusives like this. But I do feel she has calmed down enough to actually mention it, and as we go throughout the months, I might mention some of the other like Ellie releases and all that. But this one specifically, why I wanted to include it also was the fact that Marvel Rivals has ongoing hype. People love the game. This is one of the most popular female skins in the game. Plus, of course, last year we had the Fantastic Four movie. This year we have Doomsday, where the Fantastic Four are going to be present. I'm not saying that we're going to see Malice, Sue Storm, and that would actually be pretty crazy if we did. But just saying, Sue Storm is a popular character right now in the game and in the Marvel Cinematic Universe currently. Sometimes you can't always go out and buy new collectibles like the ones I'm showing you in today's video, but don't worry, the #1 live shopping app, Whatnot, has you covered. Now though, before I tell you about Whatnot, I do want to let you guys know that I do actually have an upcoming show on Whatnot, a live stream to be exact, where I'll be giving away 4 exclusive anime chases. These will be given away on my Whatnot show on August 22nd at 4 p.m. EST on my Whatnot channel. Now, to be able to participate in those giveaways, you will need to sign up with Whatnot using the link down below in the description box or pinned comment, as well as you can use this QR code. That'll get you a free $15 off your first purchase with Whatnot. Now, as I mentioned, Whatnot is the #1 live shopping app where you can find pretty much anything you might be looking for. 2 of my favorite hobbies include gaming as well as collecting Funko Pops. And as you can see, there's plenty of live streams that I'm showing you here on the Whatnot app where you can find both. Now, if you've never shopped on the Whatnot app, it is super easy. Do not worry about that. You can literally go into any live stream and swipe a button and you will own that item that you're looking for. Again, guys, make sure to use the QR code or the sign up link down below to get a free $15 off your first purchase and start your Whatnot journey today. Okay, moving on, we have a little bit of an obscure choice here, and that is the Pusheen the cat here, and more specifically the Swiss roll Pusheen pop that is scented. I've never actually smelled this one, but let me know if anybody owns it and does it actually smell like a Swiss roll. Now, estimated value around $33, been selling a little bit higher than that. In the sales, we had a $65 sale, a high $85 sale, as well as a $60 sale. Then we also had one pretty low listing recently at $25 just the other day, but there were a few higher sales too. That was actually the only lower listing as of recent. Current listings, we have $76, $80, $81, and $50, and I checked over Mercari too just to kind of cross-check between different like sales platforms, and it looks like they were reflecting higher prices for this one too. Like I said, a little bit of an obscure one because most of the Pusheen Pops aren't actually valuable. They kind of sit around the $20, $30 range, but at the moment, this one does seem like it's trending around the 60 plus range. I don't know if there's a particular reason other than obviously Pusheen is pretty popular. However, maybe it's just scarce on the market right now and hasn't restocked in a while. It's a Hot Topic exclusive, so it's always possible they may bring it back, but as of right now, it is up in value. So if you own it, good for you. All right, next up, I didn't think we'd be talking about a My Hero pop anytime soon here, but we do actually have the Burn and Chase, one of the more rare exclusives in the My Hero set. So estimated value around 135 this year, though it's actually been selling a little bit higher than that. Some sales here between Mercari and eBay. I can only spot one high eBay sale back in June at 170, and then some of the sales were actually around $81, 170, 80, 80, 164, 150, 189, and 100 there. And then current listings over on eBay were actually 175 and up. Over on Mercari, there was a 160 listing and a $180 listing. Sorry guys, I know you just took in a lot of information, so feel free to skip back 5 seconds, pause, and look at all that for yourself too. So some of those $80 sales also, just to keep in mind from Mercari, were actually older listings. I kind of just screen grabbed most of the sales history that was actually available for this one. In reality, I think this one never had an official release because FYE was going through that transition where they weren't really selling a lot of Funko products anymore or getting a lot of new stuff. And this was one of those exclusives that I believe never officially released. Like, it's been a while, so my memory's a little hazy on it. But yes, there's basically only so many out there with the FYE sticker. So you're seeing a good mix of older and current sales here for sure. But I will say it's definitely up in value just based off current listings. You can't even really find it under $100. Now, just to let you know though, alternatively, there is a special edition sticker version of this too that does sell for a little bit lower on that chase if you are looking for it to maybe complete your set. But yes, this is definitely one of the more elusive exclusives in the My Hero set. Let me know if you guys own it or if you're after it. All right, next up from Avatar: The Last Airbender, a pretty fun one. We have Appa with the armor here. So estimated value around $30, though it hasn't been updated in a little bit, I guess. This includes sales of $60, $50, $59, and $31 from Australia there. Then we also have current listings, $35 with $38 shipping from Canada, $100 listing, $38 listing, $42, and $24. So the current listings and sold listings roughly match each other with some random higher listings like at $100, for example. So this one's actually sold out at Entertainment Earth, the Funko Shop, and several other places. So I usually actually use Entertainment Earth as a good indicator whether something's going to restock, just because they practically get in every single common. Like whatever it is, they have it, and if it's on restock, they're most likely going to show like a, back order or a pre-order of some sort. It's just showing completely sold out on this one, so I guess there have been no active orders or any restocks planned for this one at the moment. And stock is definitely drying up for this one, so I will say at the moment, we can say that there is no restock plan. Of course, that can change in the future, but if you do have this piece, it's definitely up there in value. Now that I think about it, I didn't actually check the Momo counterpart that's actually from this same scene. I should check that for the next video to see if it actually went up. But let me know if you guys own Appa here. It could go up even more. I mean, you had the movie hype obviously recently, so maybe that was a contributing factor to the Avatar collection. Don't we have more Avatar stuff coming in the future too? So I'm just trying to think of what would drive this one up in value randomly like this. I'm assuming movie hype and just Avatar hype in general. All right, next up for my Jujutsu Kaisen fans, we actually have the Yuta and Rika moment from GameStop here. So this originally dropped back in January for pre-order. I think it officially released around like March, April-ish. So recent sales, $85, $68, $58, and $78, as well as another $68 sale. Then current listings, $99, $150, $80, $90, and $71. And Mercari was reflecting the same kind of prices. So this moment exclusive is actually currently sold out at Funko as well as GameStop. However, as you know with GameStop, they usually restock things a lot. Same with Funko. Given this is roughly a half-year exclusive, it's very possible in the coming like 6 months that they do restock this. It's from Jujutsu Kaisen. It was very popular enough to sell out. They'll bring it back. But I did think it was worth mentioning that it's basically at least doubled retail here. Do with that information what you will, whether you want to sell it now and pick up another one on the restock or whatever. I know people do that, obviously. It's a smart play, honestly. If you know Funko's going to restock something and someone's willing to pay that $80 for your item right now, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You might as well, to be honest. It's just what the market is. But all at the same time, I will still give you the advice that if you are looking for this one, maybe don't look right now at the $80 to $100 mark. I really do believe it's going to be back, so it might be worth being patient on this one. Look what happened with Chozo. Chozo was sitting at like $70 for a regular common, and then GameStop just restocked it and reset the market completely. Well, guys, those are all the selections I have for you for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know in the comments below if you guys have noticed anything that's actively going up, and I'll try to put it in the next part. Of course, though, make sure to let me know if you guys own any of the pops we did actually talk about in today's video. I do actually own the Utah Moment. That was one of the few JJK Pops I do actually own. I don't think Bailey owns the Swiss roll, but it does seem like something she would buy, so I'll have to double check. But our collections are packed anyway, so I can't even check, to be honest. I was interested in Malice Sue Storm, but not at that price now. I knew it was going to be expensive, and I don't collect Marvel Rivals anyway, other than Penny Parker, just because we never got her as a regular pop outside of the game. But yeah, I don't have any of the other ones outside of Utah. Let me know if you do. Anyways, though, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.